never stand alone among your sea of energy. Like a puzzle we unite, sharing space and time. We intertwine our lives. I'm tangled up in you. What we seek, then we shall find. So radiate my mind to understand that I am tangled up in truth, in truth, in truth, in truth. Ignite like a fire spreads its light, expressing in a flaming fury. Light your dreams now, burn your fears down. We can never stand as one among imagined enemies. Like a puzzle we unite, sharing space and time. We intertwine our lives. I'm tangled up in you. What we seek, then we shall find. So radiate
When I watch TV, it's just some shows that are pretend. And when you explore, you get more imagination than you already had. And when you get more imagination, it makes you want to go deeper in, so you can get more and see beautiful things. Like the path. If it's a path, it could lead you to a beach or something, and it could be beautiful.
You think this is just another day in your life? It's not just another day. It's the one day that is given to you today. It's given to you. It's a gift. It's the only gift that you have right now, and the only appropriate response is gratefulness. If you do nothing else but to cultivate that response to the great gift that this unique day is, if you learn to respond as if it were the first day in your life and the very last day, then you will have spent this day very well. Begin by opening your eyes and be surprised that you have eyes you can open. That incredible array of colors that is constantly offered to us for pure enjoyment. Look at the sky. We so rarely look at the sky. We so rarely note how different it is from moment to moment with clouds coming and going. We just think of the weather, and even of the weather we don't think of all the many nuances of weather. We just think of good weather and bad weather. This day, right now, is unique weather. Maybe a kind that will never exactly in that form come again. The formation of clouds in the sky will never be the same that is right now. Open your eyes, look at that. Look at the faces of people whom you meet. Each one has an incredible story behind their face. A story that you could never fully fathom. Not only their own story, but the story of their ancestors. We all go back so far. And in this present moment, on this day, all the people you meet, all that life from generations and from so many places all over the world flows together and meets you here like a life-giving water if you only open your heart and drink. Open your heart to the incredible gifts that civilization gives to us. You flip a switch and there is electric light. You turn a faucet and there is warm water and cold water and drinkable water. It's a gift that millions and millions in the world will never experience. So these are just a few of an enormous number of gifts to which we can open your heart. And so I wish you that you will open your heart to all these blessings and let them flow through you, that everyone whom you will meet on this day will be blessed by you. Just by your eyes, by your smile, by your touch, just by your presence. Let the gratefulness overflow into blessing all around you. And then it will really be a good day.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Reverend Jay Lang, and so happy to be with you today, this Sunday before Thanksgiving. If you had the chance to see part of that movie, the short film that was just shown, I'll post that on Facebook and also an email I'll send out on Wednesday so you can rewatch it. You just might not have seen part of it, but it's a great short film about gratitude, really wonderful. So I just wanted to kind of set the tone this morning of this service being one of gratitude and love. So welcome to everybody. It's such a beautiful day to be here in the neighborhood and at the Napa Valley Center for Spiritual Living. So let's start with a little music. Astra, let's welcome her.
Morning. Won't you join me in this Karen Drucker song? Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Healing, this healing, healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day, this healing, healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. One more time. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
So good to have everybody here this morning. We like to begin our service with saying our vision and mission statement. So if you'll look up on the screen and read with me. We are an inclusive community. Here, do it backwards here. Okay, let's try this again. Ready? We are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action. And our mission statement, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. And so it is. A few announcements today. First of all, I just wanted to say that I neglected last week not to mention Veterans Day, and I think it's real important to honor our troops that have served in the past and are currently serving. And I just want to let you know here at the center we support and thank all those who are in service. So thank you. Is anybody in here been in service in their life that served in the, what did you serve? Naval Reserve. Anybody else who served in their lives? Anybody have a son or a daughter or a niece or nephew currently serving? Okay. You do also? The Air Force. Okay. That's great. So we thank them for their service. And this is also an important month because it's Native American History Month, and it's an appropriate month to do that because as we reframe what Thanksgiving is, to be more about a celebration of gratitude than a celebration of colonialism. Let's just put it that way. And we also find new ways to honor traditions, ancient traditions that are wise and bring us great truths to our spiritual understanding, our spiritual living. So we honor the tribes that were here 10,000 years ago before us, the Miwok, the Patwin, and the Wapo Indians that were here on this land. And we honor their wisdom that they carry with us, the consciousness that we stand on their shoulders, on this energy that is present here, that we could advance who we are because of the work they have done. And we, especially this month, it's also a great month for it to be Native American History Month because this is a month of gratitude. And I've always been inspired by their way of gratitude is anything they take from the land, any resource, they always thank it immediately. And also thank the source of that abundance. And the name Wapo and Napa both means abundance, the root that this is an abundant valley, and we're grateful for that. And so we continue to honor this tradition. Also want to let you know about a few upcoming events. First of all, this coming Wednesday is a really important interfaith service that often there's been a Thanksgiving service, but it's been more traditional Christianity based. And this is the first year it's going to be a truly interfaith service with speaking Native American, Charlie Toledo, the Intertribal Council, Saskal Intertribal Council executive is going to lead us off with a blessing. There's going to be a representative from Congregation Beth Shalom, from the mosque, and many different faiths that are represented in this service. And this is the work that, quite frankly, I'm very engaged in because I think it's really important to do. It's really powerful to be able to do it. Father Thomas Keating, who's a Benedictine monk, said that the great treasure that interreligious dialogue could unlock is to get people to know and love other religions and the people who practice them. The attitude of exclusivity must be laid to rest. God is too big to contain in one religion. That's just stating yes. So that's a philosophy of which I do this work, and I appreciate if you are able to attend that service. It's at the Lutheran Church, which is on the corner of Jefferson and Elm, and there's flyers out at the guest table to pick up. Encourage other people to go with you, and I'd love to support this because it is a support of this interfaith that we're doing. So good to be a part of this. And then also December 2nd, something new we're doing this year is a health and wellness market. So it's going to be like a farmer's market style, where out in the courtyard there's going to be different booths, and then inside there's going to be presentations. And it's kind of fun. So far we have people that have signed up to be presenters or having booths, including Qigong, Napa body sculpt, sound healing, massage, life coaching, aromatherapy, skincare and wellness, balance through heart math, body, mind, and spirit health, and affirmation cards. So, while we're still accepting vendors, I'm also inviting you guys to just come and show up. The idea is from noon to 3. So if you go to the farmer's market, you can just come back over here after that, or show up just for this. I think it'll be a fun day to walk around and support health and wellness, because that's part of our vision also, is to support people's body, mind, and spirit health. So it's kind of a fun thing, December 2nd. And then December 10th, something fun too, our Raising Vibrations singer-songwriter concert with Astra, Patricia Behe, and Austin Willisey. They did this about 6 months ago, I guess it was, and it was so fun and very powerful, spiritually powerful too. So I hope you can make it to that. The tickets are now on sale, $20 pre-event, $25 at the door. We probably had about 25 people here the last one. It was really nice on a Sunday afternoon to come and be a part of that after the Spanish-speaking service that day. So hope you can be a part of that. And then December 16th is the Posada Navadina. Is that how you say? Navadena. You got to get that little in there, yeah. Dania. Which in the theme of it is the magic living in each of us. And I want to let you know, although it's primarily in Spanish, most of the people there are bilingual, so they can have conversations and you don't feel lost. But also, I personally have been touched with it every year because of the pageantry of the reenactment of Mary's journey to Bethlehem. And it's such a beautiful metaphor for all of us, because the pageantry is people are outside wanting inside, and there's people inside, and they're singing songs back and forth, and the song is about, please let us in, we need a place to rest. And I go, no, there's no room, you're not allowed in. And the singing goes back and forth, and finally go, okay, come in. And it's beautiful, because that's what we do here. We open the doors for everybody. And so it's a metaphor, and it's a beautiful service that Imelda leads. And do you want to add anything to that? No, you said everything. Okay. So it's for everybody. Don't feel like it's, so December 16th, Saturday at 5 p.m. And there's also a party afterwards. Of course, there's the party afterwards, right? So that'll be wonderful. We're still accepting cards of intention. They're still coming in. We appreciate that. And then also year-end giving. Napa Can Do has an excellent guide for nonprofits here to consider, but also please consider us in that giving. What I didn't mention, there's a couple other things going on in December. That's on December 21st, that's a Thursday night, we're having a winter solstice ritual here in the sanctuary. And then December 22nd, on Friday night, it's a day earlier this year, we're having our candle lighting service. So you'll hear more about that to come, but save that date. And then also on December 31st is our New Year's service, and we'll have a burning bowl. And we also have a Hanukkah service on December 10th, so we'll talk more about that as it comes. But we just want to get through this week in Thanksgiving and be grateful for that. Please know that we are here for you with prayer, whether you stay with practitioners after this service to pray, or you put in a prayer request or one online. We're here to pray for you. It's a sacred practice, and we're grateful to be able to do that. The other thing I want to let you know is right now the world needs our prayers as much or more than ever. And as we call ourselves religious scientists, because that was the original name of our center, that we can be objective in some ways spiritually. That our affirmative prayer intentionally, where we don't take sides in conflicts or in situations, that we can be like Spirit in that we hold the wholeness of all people And I saw this meme this week that really spoke to me a lot, that says it's okay to be heartbroken for more than one group of people at the same time. So in our prayers that we hold, we can have empathy for all people. We don't have to take sides. There's a lot of people out there trying to get us to take sides, and we don't need to do that. We can have compassion for all people and know that Spirit is seeking peace through all people, reconciliation, forgiveness. And we can be part of that in little ways. It's like saying, you know, personally, I was grateful for the rain yesterday. I'm grateful for the sun today. We can be grateful for both. So we can be grateful for all things. I just want us to hold that as we go into prayer at this time.
You're welcome to join me in singing or just listen. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive more good. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive more good, more wisdom. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive wisdom. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive wisdom. More truth. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive more truth. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive more truth. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive more truth. I am open to receive wisdom. I am open to receive more good. So just take a nice breath in and tune into the presence and the silence that is within us, that is around us. This silence and this presence of God, the simplicity of this silence and presence of God that is always with us, and that we hold in unity together. The simplicity of just tuning in and being in unity together. And feel blessed by this silence, this simplicity, this unity that we are, and hold it with you today as we continue this service and as you go throughout your week this week. Any moment, just tune into the simplicity of God and know that we are one in this simplicity. I give thanks to say these words and to know this for you, and so it is. Okay, so I have a short story. It's about this time last year, exactly this time last year. I was suffering a couple of setbacks, had a little bit of a heartache from two things that happened at once. And I just did feel some loneliness very deep in my heart. And I had a yearning, I had a yearning for wanting a big family, to be surrounded by family. And, I just felt that I'm just not living my life as I want to live it, with purpose. And I wanted to have my own business. But I wasn't dwelling on this, unfortunately, all this science of mind stuff, being in gratitude all the time, I knew better. So I wasn't dwelling and having a pity party, because I knew better than to do that, unfortunately. And I used to love a good pity party. So anyway, but after that time, things started to happen very quickly. Fast forward to New Year's Eve, I was on my way through a storm with my mum to go and meet this family that I didn't even know that I had in San Jose, and who welcomed me with open arms. And, I've been by myself over here for 10 years, and all of a sudden there's a big family waiting for me down the road. And, things continued to happen. Difficulties came up that put me in a place to start my own life coaching business this year. And, a prayer answered. I could never have imagined and never even asked for, oh, hey, could you please, like the God in me, the God around me, please have my Uncle Eamon in Ireland put the family tree together so he can locate some cousins down the road for me who welcome me with open arms, and one in particular who I've developed a very deep connection with this year and who's been connected to CSL. I could never have asked for that or even thought of it. And the difficult times that brought about starting my business. And I would encourage you right now, just rest your eyes and think of a moment when you've had an answered prayer. And just think, how did it come about? Was it something that you could never have imagined? Whether those were difficult circumstances or joyful circumstances. Because I know that there's this fabric of infinite possibilities around us, this divine intelligence. And you don't need to get your awe in the way. You don't need to be like, God, I'm going to micromanage this and tell you exactly how to bring it about. You don't need to. Just like a child's needs are met, your needs are met. And all you need to do is just to be love and to be faith. And I say this to you because I'm also saying it to myself, because it's a daily practice. Just having my own business doesn't mean that I've got some glamorous life now. I think I forgot to yearn for a successfully financial business. But I say this because our needs are met, and I am faith. And because I am faith, I know that you are faith. And so it is. You've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. For your kindness, I'm in debt to you. For your selflessness, my admiration for everything you've done. You know I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 la. Hey, 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 hey. You've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. For your kindness, I'm in debt to you. And I never could have come this far without you. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 la. Oh, I want to thank you for so many gifts you gave, the love and the tenderness. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your generosity, the love and the honesty that you gave me. I want to thank you, show my gratitude, my love and my respect for you. I want to thank you. Oh, I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sing it with me. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I want to thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was a great arrangement you did. That was beautiful. Let's give her another round of applause. Oh. Also grateful for Dawn this morning. That was the first time she did as a practitioner. You did beautiful. I always like the personal stories and the open heart that you bring. So thank you. So what a blessing today is. I'm glad it is, because it's supposed to be about gratitude today, right? And this idea of good to great with gratitude. I think gratitude is one of the most powerful things that we teach here at the center, to be grateful not only for what is right, like been in the past, what is right now, but also grateful for what is becoming. And that's one thing a lot of people outside of our community might not understand, but it is true that when we can be grateful for what is not yet, but we know it's going to be wonderful because Spirit is with us, even when we are in the midst of challenges and trials, like Dawn was talking about. I used to enjoy a pity party. I did too. You get lots of attention when you're doing pity parties, right? It just doesn't work like it used to anymore. Darn. But that's because we have this sense of that we don't know what it is. We don't know the how or the why or the when. And in fact, we have to let go of that. But we know wonderful things are happening through us right now as we allow it. I love what, I saw this image this week. I love this, that one of our visions is to allow this earth to just vibrate with gratitude, just like buzz with gratitude, and that we can spread this gratitude to other people like we spread with joy. And if we open to gratitude, we we don't know what it is that we're grateful for, and sometimes gratitude is hard to find, but if we're willing to open to gratitude, open to joy, it finds us. It opens in us. We only need to be willing and available. And what starts with little things can go to big things and can go to even things that are a creative power within us that allows us to open to a deeper way. Michael Beckwith, Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith, who used to be a minister in our movement until he became an independent church in LA, a large truth center there, international truth center there. He said that we can glow with gratitude and see how awe and joy will make their home in us. Gratitude places us in an energy field of plentitude. I'm pretty sure he made that word up, but but I know what it means. It means abundance. It means an infinite possibilities in our lives, and gratitude allows us to not necessarily know the how and when, but we know it is coming. We know it is present. We know from research that gratitude shields us from negativity. It makes us at least 25% happier, according to research. I don't know how you define 25% happier, but I like the idea. And it's at least 25% happier, right? Rewires our brain. We're more trusting, hopeful, optimistic. It eliminates stress, heals, improves sleep, boosts self-esteem and performance, and enhances the law of attraction, and improves our relationship. What we know is the lack of gratitude. Sometimes we have lack or worry or we future about where our happiness comes from. We're not in gratitude. And when we're not in gratitude, no matter what we have, we always want something else or something more. It's that a different kind of yearning you were talking about. You were talking about more yearning of opening. This is a yearning of closing, because we only see our happiness coming in these little boxes. And when that happens, then we can be happy. At the same time, gratitude, just like joy, can be elusive. It can be hard to find. And those things that research suggests that gratitude helps with, like stress, health challenges, mental and physical fatigue, disappointment, resentment, those things are actually the things that sometimes keep gratitude from coming into our lives. They can be a barrier. So I just encourage us to be open to gratitude, and it will come to us. It will be there, because it is spirit that is unfolding in us, allowing it to be, being present and mindful. One of the more famous teachers about gratitude, his name is David Steindl-Rast. He's a Benedictine monk, and I appreciate his teaching on gratitude because he comes from a contemplative point of view rather than some people are going, yeah, just look for gratitude. It's all around you. Well, that's easy to say, but you look for it and it's not there because you're trying to look for it out there or over there. And instead, finding it as something coming from within. And he said the opposite of gratefulness is just taking everything for granted. We are never more than one grateful thought away from peace of heart. So that when we allow it, it is there, that gratitude in our heart. And the root of joy is gratefulness. It is not joy that makes us grateful. It is gratitude that makes us joyful. So it's chicken or egg on that. Sometimes I think gratitude does come first, though. And I think our openness comes first. We can find moments of joy and gratitude, either one, when we allow, are mindful and present. And this brings us to our topic today, which is about sharing meals as a spiritual practice. Now, I know if you grew up in the family like I did, there was not always gratitude at the dinner table. There was sometimes complaints and grievances and upsetness and people's moods. And yet, even in that, there's things to be grateful for. Just the connection, the love that is there. Even in preparing the meal, I remember going to an Indian food restaurant. This was probably 30 years ago. And I noticed the Indian food was better than Indian food I'd ever had before. And I asked them what what was this a different kind of Indian food? Was a different style? And they go, no, our secret ingredient is love. And I go, what do you mean? And she goes, well, we're just loving and conscious while we cook. And to me, that was a new concept. Now I get it. In all things there is love, in all things there is gratitude. And so we gather together. I know when we sat in this room a week ago for our volunteer gratitude dinner, there was a lot of gratitude in this room. Not only expressed for the volunteers, but mainly just sitting down and eating with each other and communing and connecting and being with each other, having more than a little more time to converse, a little more time to connect. And this is not a new practice. It's actually an ancient practice that we are remembering what we're doing. As I mentioned about Native Americans, they always gave back when they received from the earth, both when they first gathered or hunted and also when they cooked and prepared and ate. When they gathered and hunted, they would always leave tobacco or sage or something as a gratitude. And a lot of people from the Western world don't really understand that because they think of a tobacco as a cigarette. But a tobacco and sage are both sacred because it's burnt in ceremonial pipes as well as smudging of things. And the smoke itself is meant to be a prayer to the heavens, to the Great Spirit. So for them, tobacco was a sacred thing, and what they were saying was I receive this, and thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Great Spirit, for that which I've received. I recognize this as a sacred practice of giving and receiving here. And that's the important thing for us, too, that we can learn from this. I know that in the Western world, Europe and the Middle East, bread was considered very sacred. The yeast that was in it, there was the rising of life itself was in it. So when people talked about breaking bread, it was a sacred rite that they did in meals. And it was literally when you had a period of time of not eating and you broke the bread, it broke your fast, which is the word breakfast now. You break your fast. And it was sacred to Moses. He called it manna, which means life. When his prayers were answered for his people, when literally bread came raining down from the skies. That sounds pretty mythological, but it sounds pretty cool too. Hopefully it's light bread though, right? When Jesus grew up in Essene communities where they had a daily ritual of working during the morning hours, and in the early afternoon they would stop work and they would take ritual baths to cleanse themselves both physically and spiritually, and then they would gather together to break the bread together as a symbol of the life that they knew was present, the sacred life that was present, and they broke it as a way to symbolize their gathering was a sacred process. So when he, what's called now the Last Supper, gathered with his disciples, he broke the bread not in representation of his broken body, but in represented the life that he served, and he wanted people to remember his words, his wisdom that he taught. And something they did every day, they broke the bread. And so when we break the bread with each other, whether it's slicing a turkey or having some sort of tofurkey or whatever you have for a Thanksgiving meal, or really any meal, let us remember the sacredness and be grateful for that. To just have an energetic pause, a conscious pause to be grateful. I was so touched by a short film I saw this week about Dr. Nof Atamna Eshmael, and she's a Palestinian woman who in 2014 won Israel's Master Chef competition. And this was as earth-shattering as Napa Wines winning the French wine competition in 1976 for a Palestinian woman to win this competition. So she realized it was a way for Arabs and Jews to come together, so she created this chef competition that was called the Asham Festival, and where Arabs and Jews would cook together because she recognized food as a universal language. And although it was a competition, it wasn't Jews versus Arabs, and it was this camaraderie they developed that they would share and learn and develop unity around it. And somebody made a documentary about this in 2018, and here's a clip from that.
Israel, when I say Palestine, I don't believe there is any room for politics in the kitchen.
As someone that born as a Palestinian and live here as an Israeli, this stuff make you confused who you are, who you want to be.
האוכל הוא אוכל, אנשים הם אנשים, מה קוראים לזה, זה לא אכפת לי.
90% of people in Israel, they want to live together. And the 10% making it to the headlines.
This is what's missing. We don't know each other enough.
The difference between strangers to enemies is too small.
כולם רבים אחד עם השני על כלום.
I think they should have given chefs to make peace in the world.
Food can bring us together. No, food can bring the first step.
So this is the only way, small steps.
And from there, it's depend on what we choose.
You're gonna use food to bring world peace. No, I'm gonna use food to change a few people. That's it. But if you change a few people and other people would do the same, then maybe we will succeed together to do some kind of a huge change.
I assume the whole documentary is available. I didn't see it, but it was a trailer from it. But that was the work being done in 2018, and things have changed. I think it was 10 steps forward in this process of Arabs and Jews living together, and it's 5, 6, maybe 20 steps back now. But the work, the people, I think it's important what they said is 10% of the people are controlling these decisions, and the other 90% want peace. The people want peace. And we know that. And so let's hold that peace that everybody there, 90% of the people are holding, let's hold that with them and know that truth. And knowing that whether there or here or anywhere, food is a way of an opportunity for us to gather together. There was another clip I saw of a show called Breaking Bread, and one of the people I recognized right away, his name is Andrew Zimmern, and he started a show called Family Dinner, and I don't know if it's Netflix or something that's on. I know I've seen it online, but he goes around the U.S. exploring cultural family meals, and he cooks with them and talks with them and eats with them, and it's this beautiful thing, the same thing I'm talking about, where there's this coming together of cultures and time. And so I don't know if he started this or it was just a beautiful meal these 6 people had together. But they were really a wide variety of people. There was one man was left paralyzed after a racially motivated police shooting. A woman was the widow of a police officer killed in line of duty because he was white. A black man who worked in the Trump administration, a social activist, and several social activists, and all in Minneapolis shortly after the death of George Floyd. So you can imagine this was a lot of emotions were there, but the dialogue was meant to be very respectful and listening. And I think more and more this is a model for me to ask people, what am I missing? What don't I know? What can you tell me about where you came from, your story, your truth? And open up to the power of coming together. I know when I was several decades ago, and I was raising my sons, my 2 sons, I took them on Thanksgiving Day to a soup kitchen because I wanted them to learn, first of all, how to serve and what service meant, as well as meeting people who struggled, were challenged with physical and basic needs, housing and food. And I wanted to give them examples. So we showed up. It was at a local college where they had a soup kitchen. And when we arrived, it was a regular soup kitchen, not just on Thanksgiving. When we arrived, there was a bustle and hustle already. Most of the work was done. So we did some preparation for getting the food line together, and both of my sons got places in line, which I was really happy to see them where they were serving people. But there was enough volunteers where I didn't need to do anything in the line. And so I asked the coordinator, I said, well, what would you like me to do? How can I help? She goes, I think we got all this covered. Why don't you go sit down with the people that are here and have a meal with them? And part of me in my brain was going, what? No, I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. And to sit down, and I was resistant to it because I was there. I noticed there was a difference between me and them in my mind. As I sat down, I realized there was no difference at all. So I sat down and ate with them, broke bread with them, and we talked about life. We talked about challenges. They asked me how I was, and I talked about my sons. I talked about my life as a teacher, and they loved hearing my story, and I loved hearing their stories, and we found out we weren't so different after all, that we were all human. And I also learned a lot. I was there to teach my son about service, but I learned a lot about it that day because we can't serve from a place of inequality. We're not helping anybody. We're here to show up and serve and be present with each other. And that's all we can do. And to hear and understand and have empathy and let go of any judgment we might have. So we can be grateful for all things in this way, to have shameless gratitude and unabashed joy, to let go of anything that we have, any differences we might have, and just continue to focus on being open to gratitude in all faces, in all places, in all ways. This past week, I lost my glasses, and that's not anything unusual for me, to tell you the truth. I don't wear them all the time, and frequently I set them down somewhere, and I have to retrace where I put them down. But this was concerning because it had been several days after I'd set, and I couldn't find my glasses, and I had a backup glasses, but they weren't very good. And like I said, I usually try and retrace where I've been, but that hadn't worked. I even prayed about it, thinking I could visualize where they were. And that's worked a couple times, but this didn't work. So I'd read about a story online about a woman that had lost her wallet. And that's even more concerning. If I lost my wallet, I'd be really freaking out about it, really worried about it. But she said she imagined finding it and then doing a gratitude dance. And she, after thinking through that and the grateful part of it, she found it almost immediately. And I go, well, let me try that out. I'm going to try that out. So I tried that out. I was imagining finding it. I wasn't outlining where it was. But I felt the gratitude of it. And within 10 minutes, I walked into the kitchen over there to get a cup of tea, and my glasses were sitting right there. I'd been in there 3 or 4 or 5 times looking for them because I thought that's where I'd left them. And they were right there. So I was thinking about this gratitude, how it's more, what it did is I let go of my frustration, my worry, my concern about finding my glasses. But I think also gratitude is a creative energy, that it opens us up to find, to know the infinite possibilities of things. And that, as Beckwith says, the energy field of plenitude. So as we continue to open up in this way, we know that gratitude is a dance with the divine. A dance with the divine. And we can know that gratitude changes everything. So we open to gratitude, and we open to this way of what it will be in us. If we are resistant to gratitude in some way, or we're having trouble finding it, just go into that mindfulness, that contemplativeness, that meditation, and ask yourself, ask Spirit, what am I resisting? What am I struggling with letting go of? What's keeping me from being in this gratitude? And just allow that to happen, and then just allow, as we open up, this greater truth of who we are, and know that it resides within us. For if we open to gratitude, gratitude will open in us. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to open up some time for you to share your gratitude. So if I could have the ushers come forth, and they're going to pass some microphones around. And what about these microphones is important is you need to get them like they're a snow cone, right? Get them up to yourself. Actually, why don't you go back there, and the microphones are back there, and just pass them. We're going to pass them from person to person. And if you don't want to do this, just pass it to the next person. But what I'd like you to do is just say a word or a sentence of what you're grateful for today. So it's going to begin. Just go ahead and begin in the back there and then pass it to the next person. We'll start with the left-hand side here, my left, your right, and then move to this side. So alternate back and forth. So who do we have first? Okay, go right ahead.
I'm grateful for Peggy Usack, who is my gratitude partner and has been for the last 4 years. We share gratitudes in email. It used to be every day. We've gotten down to maybe 4 times a week or so. So, Peggy, I'm very grateful for our practice and for you.
Great. Okay, and let's keep it down to a sentence because we got everybody there. So somebody on this side, could you pass it to somebody on this side?
I'm very grateful that I'm in the spiritual center. I've made a lot of friends, and I really enjoyed that dinner. And I hope we do it again.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
Pass the microphone. Thank you.
I'm always grateful for my friends. They're my lifeline, and this church.
Thank you. And over here.
I'm grateful for community and how it lifts me up and supports me.
Too many things to mention, but I'll just say adversity for the learning and for connection to the divine.
Lovely.
I'm grateful every morning when I wake up.
I'm grateful for my family, my wife, and my health.
After going off coffee for a couple days, I'm really grateful for coffee.
Sometimes it's the small things. Perfect.
I'm grateful for my families.
Great. Thank you.
Well, about almost a year ago now, I was told that I had cataracts and I needed surgery. And I thought for many months, this is horrible. I don't want anybody messing with my eyes. Well, Kenna, who happens to work at the eye care center, hello there, she helped me with the appointments, and I finally did it in October. And now I see very clearly. I am so grateful. Everything is so beautiful, and I can see all of your faces. Yay.
And Michelle, can you ask online if anybody? Okay, got it. Okay, good. Go ahead. No, we're over here, aren't we? Yes, go ahead. First of all, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Jessica. I am Kenna's daughter. I'm
Okay.
also very grateful for my mother because she is super wonderful. So. Didn't need that reaction, but yeah.
That's okay. You can admit it to get it. Virginia, do you have something?
I'm grateful to have finally made it here this morning. Believe me. Believe me.
You're in time for prayers. That's great.
Right.
Okay, go ahead and pass it to the front of you. There you go. Okay. Kenna.
I'm just so overwhelmed with gratitude this morning because I have my daughter here from D.C. And I have so many people that I love. I'm so happy to see you, Dawn, and things are going really well. So many of you in the community I adore, and I'm grateful. I'm just grateful for each one of you.
So I am grateful to be here at this church because it makes me happy to be here. So every time I come here, I just feel happy. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I am thankful for my children and my grandchildren. They bring great joy.
Good.
I'm grateful for all of my friends and wonderful communities of people that are supportive.
Thank you, Renee.
I'm grateful for life and the messages that you're giving, and Joanna, and all of you for your friendships. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I am grateful for a period of low energy, which has slowed me down, which is unusual for me. But just being aware of so much I'm grateful for, I can't even list it all. They're just the simplest things like coffee, warm bed to sleep in and wake up. My life. I'm grateful for my life.
Thank you.
I'm grateful for the life I've been able to live and feel blessed, and I am very, very grateful for my husband's health and what he's gone through.
I made a long list here during church, so I don't want to go into the whole
top
thing.
Three.
Right. Top three: health, family, friends, financial security.
Great. Thank you.
And I'm grateful for Reverend Jay for reminding me why I'm grateful for everything.
Thank you, Curtis.
I'm grateful for this community and making more connections with more and more people in it all the time. And I'm also very grateful to my son and my daughter who teach me many, many lessons all the time as well.
Thank you.
So I went half-time in my work starting this year, and so I'm grateful for the gift of time to be able to pursue all my hobbies, and grateful just that I'm able to do that.
There's a maple tree outside my house that is bright red, moving into gold, and it fills, with the afternoon sun coming through it, it fills the entire interior of my house with red and gold light. And I'm about to have a grandson, and I feel like my whole house is celebrating.
So I am grateful for have you in my life and have this community, this church, and for open the doors to the Latino community. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm grateful to be new to Napa and getting to meet folks as I'm adjusting, and grateful for Dawn for sharing her story, which really resonated for me.
Thank you.
I'm Georgia Davis, and I am grateful for so many things right now. I'm grateful to all of you and everybody online, all of our community, because my mom broke her hip. That's why she's not here. And you're all helping her be motivated to want to come back. You're one of the things that's helping her to do the work. And I'm even grateful for that happening because it's bringing our family closer. It's letting my partner show up better and being stronger in our relationship. So just please know that you are an inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you. I could mention that earlier. Just say our name first. I think that's a nice feature. So go ahead, Monica.
Hi, this is Monica. I'm grateful because I have so many different things to do for Thanksgiving. I'm going to my daughter's in-laws for Thanksgiving, but also my sister's coming from North Carolina, and so there'll be 11 of us when she gets here. So I'm just grateful for that and for everyone here and for sunshine and rain and everything.
Everything. Great. Thank you.
I'm Jim, and I am very grateful for the community here. I am very grateful for my partner, Georgia. She is helping me become a better me, and so is the community. And I am very grateful for Dawn today, and she really touched something deep inside me, and I appreciate that, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
I'm Michelle, and I'm very grateful for my family and this community, and I'm also very grateful that Virginia finally made it to church.
Hi, I'm Dana, and I'm grateful for this community, for friendships, and for the peace I feel in my heart.
I'm Sandy, and I'm grateful for Jay and the message every single weekend. Just gets my brain turning every single time, and I'm just so thankful because there's so much to know and to learn and to be thankful for.
I'm Diana, and I'm grateful for the life I've had with my wonderful husband and the prosperity that I've had because of that, and this church and all of you. And I'm also grateful every time I get into bed and get out of bed now because my body moves with grace, and I'm so grateful.
Amen. All right.
My name's Casper. I'm grateful for my mom.
Nice. One of the things I've learned through the relationship with Susan and through what we're doing right here today is that the power of gratitude when it's shared. It just doubles, triples, creates more when we share it openly instead of keeping it to ourselves. So thank you.
Absolutely.
My name is Astra, and I'm grateful for my son Casper and for the opportunity to share my music with you all so much. I love being a part of this community. Thank you.
Thank you. Could you take that back to Michelle?
I'm going to. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm Dawn, and I'm grateful for this community. Truly, it has felt like family, and certainly like you'll see me here in person. Most of the time I'm here in person is because things are really tough. So when things are really tough, I'm here in person because I need feeding. And obviously, and today I'm grateful for the fact that I've resonated with some of you. And I'm also very grateful to be having Thanksgiving dinner with my family for the first time. And that's really nice because normally that wouldn't be the case. So.
And then Judy, do you have one?
I'm grateful for all the volunteers that I've worked with for like 45 years now that have made the church happen and keep going. And when I look around in the courtyard now and all of the activities, and I'm very proud of our place in the community and what you've done.
Yeah. And could you take it to Mary? I don't think she got a chance.
Hi, my name is Mary Ziegler, and I am grateful for my family because they were there in my time of need.
Great, great. And then do you want to hand it to Michelle? Michelle, does anybody online have anything to share?
We heard from Marty Shoulders, and they are grateful for their grandson.
And then do you have anything to share?
I am grateful for community. I feel like I'm a part of multiple communities, and I'm grateful for each one.
And then Sean?
A few months ago, I came to you asking for help to go to Uganda, and I got that help from you, more than I expected, so I'm grateful for that. And then I came back and I said, well, let me just mention sponsorship, and maybe one person or two people will come up. 6 people have approached me for sponsorships for students in primary school and secondary school, so I'm grateful for that too.
My name is Alex, and I'm grateful to be here and for the opportunity to be of service.
Thank you, Alex. All right. I'm grateful for all of this. I'm grateful for Spirit, and I'm grateful for this community that shows up with all their heart and their soul. And I appreciate that because that's the way community works. That's the only way it works. I know I preach about a community of one, but if it was a community of just one, it wouldn't work. So, yeah. We do, and we also still need to do the sharing of abundance. So why don't we do that, and then we'll have the kids come up and share their abundance, so share their gratitude. So if the ushers could come. I invite you to be part of our circulation of abundance at this time. I think we put this out of order, didn't we? That was earlier, wasn't it? Sorry about that. What we know is that your giving is from a place of gratitude that we're talking about today, does expand within you and expands within this community, expands beyond this. So we appreciate your giving. There are many ways to give, and we appreciate all those. So let's just take our hands and put it over our heart and affirm with the saying, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate, and so it is.
Repeat after me. I am a magnet, I attract love, peace, and abundance. I am a magnet, I attract love, peace, and abundance. I trust my gifts, follow my soul, here and now, here and now. All together. I am a magnet, I attract love, peace, and abundance. I am a magnet, I attract love, peace, and abundance. I trust my gifts, follow my soul, here and now, here and now.
That the abundance that we have given and the abundance that we are is sourced in Spirit, and Spirit continues to move in and through our lives in grateful and powerful and creative ways. And I know this is true, and so it is.
And so it is.
Let's invite our kids to come up at this time. Let's welcome them. So do you have anything to share today? Anything you're grateful for?
I think Hunter was going to share. I can share. Okay. No, I can share. No. Okay. Well, I'm very thankful that Sawyer and Hunter had a chance to be with each other today, and we did what we were thankful for. We did the classic, our turkey, what we're thankful for. And so a few things that we can share are a couple things we're thankful for.
Hold it up to your mouth a little more, the microphone.
All right. I'm thankful for friends, family, and food. Friends, family, food, and music.
Awesome.
She's got my turkey. I'm thankful for the center and family and music and my health.
Yay.
I'm thankful that I can be here right now with all of you.
Oh, it's a good thing she went last. That was the R, right? So let's raise our hands and repeat the affirmation you see on screen. We love you, we care about you, and we're here for you. Thank you. We also want to acknowledge anybody here who might be here for the first time. Jessica's here. Anybody else here for the first time? So we have an affirmation for them as well as we raise our hands, and to all of us, we bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in the world. We are grateful for your presence in our community. And so it is. So remember the interfaith service on Wednesday. There's flyers out front. We missed a song of yours. I'm aware of that. But if you want to sing it at the end after we're all finished, you can sing it then or save it for another service. Okay. All right. All right. Let's all stand for the congregational affirmation. Could practitioners come forward? So if you want to pray with them, please stay in the community or here in the sanctuary. And those who want some community time, please come on out and have coffee and snacks outside. So repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
I am led by Spirit.
I'm led by Spirit.
I'm guided by wisdom.
I'm guided by wisdom.
I am protected by love.
I'm protected by love.
I am here to be a blessing.
I'm here to be a blessing.
I am so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And now our closing song.
Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in, truth come through you, make good flow to you, let joy renew you, till we meet again. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you.
Be open to gratitude, and gratitude will be open within us. And so it is.
And so it is.
Have a great
And there is a power. And when we talk about the power, we're talking about the power that everything has come from. When we talk about creation, we're talking about the energy, the thing that was here first, that will always be here. And it is the power that made all of itself and keeps making itself in the energy of peace. God. That's our own unique energy, because we all each are a part of this energy of the God love for peace. So I know right now within myself, as I take the peace in my heart, mind, and spirit for every action and reaction, I know that I'm passing this power of peace on. I'm passing it for the energy, so that as I go forward into what I need to for my own unique peace, I pass this on as we are truly accepting the blessings of peace, poise, and power. I'm thankful and grateful for the unique energy that no matter where I am, what I'm doing, I can stop in peace. Peace, the patient energy, attitude, change, exercise, peace in God. And I'm thankful for God giving us this energy and our capabilities to use for peace. And I release this and give it to God in thanksgiving and prayer. And so it is. Amen.